Terraria is a Wack game, but that's a good thing. Hey, I'm the Flying Pig, and this video will be covering my thoughts and opinions on the absolutely amazing game, Terraria. I'm going to split the video up into 3 sections: progression, what I don't particularly like about Terraria, and the speedrunning aspect of it. I hope you enjoy. The way that Terraria handles progression is one of the best ways I've ever seen it done, and it's honestly one of the only things that keeps me playing. You start off with nothing but 2 pathetic copper tools and the godslayer that is the copper shortsword, and work your way to defeating thousands of enemies and tons of bosses, and end up with literal armor from another dimension. I told you the game was wacky, and Terraria certainly doesn't hide its makes no sense side, as one of the first bosses you will normally face is either the King of Slime or giant floating eyeball that wants to eat you. Not only are all the bosses masterpieces, except from Golem, but the game gives you all that you need to play the way that you want to play. Be that as a master ninja, a sneaky sniper, a powerful wizard, or you can be lazy and play summoner and let other things do the work for you. Please don't hate me for saying that, trust me, I know summoner is hard to play. Each one of these classes has their own unique journey that goes along the same route, and are all balanced, which makes playing online with friends that much better. I cannot think of another game that does this well. For those who don't know the bosses, let me just summarize each of them for you without spoiling them too much. Fat Slime Ninja, Hungry Eyeball, Hungry Worm, Aggressive Brain, Abnormally Large Bee, Spooky Man. Yeah, I mean this is literally just a wall of flesh. Flying Fat Slime, Metal Eyes, Metal Worm, Metal Skeleton? A literal plant that got angry. Pathetic Stone, Will Kill You with Light Rays, Flying Fish Thing, Magical Cultist, multi-dimensional being that can be killed with a yo-yo. For a game that has this as the boss list and still manages to have almost perfect progression is just amazing. If you didn't know already, Terraria has 3 difficulties: normal, expert, and master mode. Each difficulty scales by 1 times, and what I mean by that is that on expert mode, enemies have 2 times health and 2 times damage, and master is 3 times, etc. On the higher difficulties, you can get loot bags from bosses, which give unique items, such as the Worm Scarf from the Eater of Worlds, which reduces damage taken by quite a lot. But you can only get this on expert mode and above, which makes playing on higher difficulties worth it. On master mode, the bosses can drop unique pets and trophies, so if you're interested in that, there you go. There is so much to talk about if I was to really dig deep into the progression, but for my sanity's sake, I'm not going to waste my time explaining each weapon of each class. But I would recommend if you've only played one class, or if you've never played the game at all, to go and play each class as they all behave differently and are all worth experiencing. I don't really want to make this section because it's more of what I don't like in my opinion, other than what's actually wrong with the game, which isn't a lot by the way. Yes, every game has got their bugs, but being a game that is under 1 GB, I think it's safe to say you're not going to run into any game-breaking moments. Surprisingly, I don't really like the beginning of the game. I find it really boring, almost as whenever I start a new playthrough, I have to build houses, go caving, explore the world, and gear up with pretty much nothing. This is obviously my opinion, so don't take this as a reason not to play the game, because if you've never experienced Terraria before, the beginning of the game does a great job at introducing you to its mechanics without a step-by-step tutorial. But as someone who plays a decent amount of modded Terraria as well, I think it's okay for me to say that I've had enough of pre-hard mode. Another thing I've had too much of, and it's gotten boring, are the events that can occur during day and night, like Blood Moon and Solar Eclipse. I'm not talking about events like Martian Madness or the Snow Legion, I'm talking about the ones that can happen randomly at any moment that you can't skip. At least on modded there are ways for you to pass night and day and hence skip the events, but in vanilla Terraria that's not really possible. It was a huge inconvenience in my Master Mode Summoner only playthrough, because you're not only not prepared, and enemies do tons of damage, but you have very little defense. Right at the end of the game, just after you've defeated the lunatic cultist, the 4 celestial pillars will be summoned in, and let's just say that liking the pillars isn't a very popular opinion within the community. Each one of the pillars is related to one of the 4 classes in Terraria, which makes fighting all of them to summon Moonlord quite inconvenient as one class. This in itself is quite annoying, but you need to kill 100 to 150 enemies, depending on difficulty, to remove the shield of the pillar, and only then can you destroy it. It seems like a good concept at first, but in practice it's just painful. I'm going to leave complaints there for now, but feel free to comment what you don't like, and even what you do like about Terraria in the comments. Ah yes, Terraria speedrunning. I was quite surprised at first to see that this was a niche way of playing the game, all things considered, but actually speedrunning the game myself, I now understand why. This game is not meant to be speedrun, if that's even a word. It just doesn't flow like other games that have a large following of speedrunners. I can't really say why I think this, because I haven't been running the game for all that long, but I can say that since Journey Mode was added in the 1.4 update, it has made speedrunning the game a lot more enjoyable and a lot quicker. This section is basically just going over what I've been up to in the past few weeks, so I can finally say that I have beaten my goal of completing Terraria in under 25 minutes. However, being the idiot that I am, I wasn't recording. I actually had OBS open as well, but I just hadn't pressed record. Here's the live split timer to show that I've done it. That's all the evidence I really have, so yay, I guess. This also means the game requests channel has been opened on the Discord, so go pick me the next game. Although I think that by the time this video comes out, the request will be shut. So good luck I guess, and we'll see what game has been picked in the near future. If you want to watch me play and speedrun live, come to my Twitch, I would love to see you there. I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a great day. Bye.